second year in the program and knowing that your peers think enough of you to vote you to that position?
Yeah, it was kind of surreal whenever they told us after practice today. Just kind of like my story, kind of where I came from, things that I've had like troubles with, especially at my last school, and being able to turn myself around into what I've become now is like kind of crazy, kind of surreal. I remember whenever they announced that, we were doing our prayer after practice, and I was kind of tearing up, and I kind of caught myself, and it's just, I don't know, it gives me goosebumps, gets me excited, and I'm just excited to represent this team in the way it should be represented.
Who announced it, Lance?
Yep.
Yeah.
What's different about you from past versions of yourself that allowed you to get to this point? Broad question.
Yeah, kind of broad. I think the biggest thing for me is confidence. Last year I was talking with my family, my first couple years of college football, whenever I was playing, I don't really think I was playing with a lot of confidence. I think I was just playing football. And then last year, after talking with my family, my friends were like, dude, you kind of look like you got your confidence back. And I was like, I think that's what last year was, and now it's like I have that confidence, and I can go into the game with that confidence, and I can do what I need to do to get the job done.
What did your teammates say to you, or how did they receive the news in that moment after you just heard that you were a captain?
Yeah, a lot of the old linemen came up to me and started getting really excited for me. My nickname is Mountain. I don't really like to go by it anymore, but they started calling me Mount Cap. and so I guess that may stick.
Sure,
but
sure.
I don't know. I kind of blurred out. I don't know. Wasn't really paying attention.
Yeah.
I was just kind of like, whoa, this is different. I've never had this opportunity before.
Just asked Justice this, and I wonder, did it cross your mind at any point throughout camp or the off season, like this could be something that I end up being? I mean, it's position's obvious, and your status as a veteran here.
Sure, but that's not something that I was focused on.
Sure.
The main thing I was focused on was making sure everyone's ready to compete for this first game and for this whole season.
Bryce, what have you seen from the offensive line? I know there's some ongoing competition at left guard and right tackle, but what have you seen from the line in camp?
Competition, it's fierce. Those two guys at the right tackle and left guard spot are ongoing 24/7. Those guys, you can tell, they have an edge because they all four of them want to play, all four of them want to start.
And then Calvin's going to be a new starter. What have you seen from him?
Leadership. I think I got asked this like a couple weeks ago when we did the O-line media stuff during camp. He's taking a big step in leadership. There's a lot of things that Coach Ekpalsa has kind of put on my shoulders, and Cal kind of went to me and was like, hey, all that stuff doesn't have to be on you. You can put some stuff on me too. And so it's kind of like let my shoulders relax a little bit. And so he's taking a big leadership role, and he's looking really good right now.
What were some of those responsibilities you two have shared together?
Yeah, I think the biggest one was like being on the six. We talk about all the time, being aware of situations, especially in the game, second and long, third and long, where we're at on the field, just to make sure we're on the same page of what techniques we want to use depending on the situations.
You made it to game week. What's that like, and being so close to starting the season?
Yeah, I'm excited. I remember whenever they first told us we were going to get to go practice in the stadium, and it was super, super cool. It was fun to go in there for the first time and run out on the field. And I think me and Anderson Kopp were technically the first two out of the real tunnel. So, the first two out of the tunnel. So we were like, hey, nice, we were the first ones. But no, we were super excited about it being game week now, and now that's the cool, really nice stadium. It's super nice, super excited for our fans to get into it, but we're ready to play a game now. We're not really focused on how cool the stadium is anymore.
Hey, talk about the tunnel. Give us the take of what it's like coming out of there and walking down.
Yeah, it's cool. It's safe. It's a carpet walking out, so I don't have to worry about slipping. That's what I was worried about. That's my worst fear. I remember when I was at A&M and they would blow the smoke, and it was terrifying because you had no idea where you were going, and it was kind of slick when you were walking out, and so that was my biggest thing. But no, it's really cool. Whenever you first actually go out of the tunnel, you look up and it's almost only half of it right now. But next year when it gets fully finished and stuff like that, it's just gonna surround you and it's gonna feel huge, and I think it's really cool.
What's the difference in your mentality and your preparation comparatively from fall camp to game week?
Yeah, I think it's focusing on little things and being able to not just go into practice and being like, okay, well, I played against this guy for hundreds and hundreds of snaps now, and so I kind of know what he's doing. It's a brand new opponent, and so it's trying to figure out who these guys are, and especially playing against a team who has a new defensive coordinator who came from a different school. So there's a lot of kind of questions up in the air of what defense they're going to run, how they're going to play it, what techniques are going to be taught, and so it's just kind of trying to find that balance.
What do you see now at Fresno State?
Yeah, they're a high energy team. They're pretty good up front. I know their interior guys haven't had a lot of snaps, so it's kind of hard to watch film on them. I know they've gotten a few transfers in the linebacker position and in the interior defensive line, but I know Corey Foreman. He was a pretty good player in our class. He was part of that 21 class, number I think 2 ranked player, or number 1, one of the two, and so excited to see him.
How different is it kind of preparing this week versus last year when you guys were going down to Kansas City? Does it feel different at all?
Not really. I think it's just more exciting to be at our home stadium. Like, it was kind of an away game, was always an away game. And even if it was a home game, still kind of felt like an away game. And so actually being able to, quote, protect our turf, I guess you could call it. Our offensive line's nickname is the Mob, which is the Men of Booth. And so we're the Men of Booth. We want to protect our stadium the best we can. And that nickname playing at the Chiefs Stadium was a little weird. So we just had to kind of pretend the best we could that the Chiefs Stadium was Booth. But yeah, that's probably the biggest difference.